Kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're hearing with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just a heel. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The first carry for Kenyon Drake. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, 77 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought down at the 28-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Being chased out left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 32.
Give them 32 on the play.
Eagles.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Philadelphia.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now he's going to let it go. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Flush to his right. Now Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
To Marquise Goodwin.
Marquise Goodwin, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
The score, Cardinals 10, Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Drake. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
For the Cardinals.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He was brought down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. He'll have a first down past the 40. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 30, the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Cardinals 10, Eagles 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
To Marquise Goodwin.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Wentz now on first down. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Wentz's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wentz. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. His throw incomplete. Byron Murphy, the first pick of the 2nd round there defensively.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go, Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
4-yard gain.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the... On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Corey Peters busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz, eluding the pressure right. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run. It's Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Back at his own 49.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, a quarterback sneak on 2nd down. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll fire it deep for Rager, and that will be incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Now let's see, yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And now here is another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say, defense.
Because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for a loss on the play. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. So the onside kick is recovered. And, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are 2 very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team.
And my goodness, another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a first. And the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Chandler Jones in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Wentz. Trying to improvise. He'll run it. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And some room to work. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up second.
2nd and goal from the 1. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and very short, Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
to throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Jalen Rager was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
14. And an Eagle first down.
One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on